killer AI drones. Skynet is in full effect.
Critics fear
Bam.
catastrophic harm. Boeing's AI piloted killer jets. What do they call them? The
Hey, they got
ghost
Ghost
bats.
bats.
they got
Um,
Yes.
shit from the
Yeah.
Miss
motherfucker.
Kiki, this isn't just piloted by somebody with a remote. This is AI. This is a computer using these drones to drop whatever the fuck, whenever the fuck,
And
at
then
any
probably
given
crash
time.
themselves in like these motherfuckers that been doing it, like I guess the so-called 911, right?
Kamikaze. Yeah. But Boeing can't get their people from space, right? They still stuck, right? But
Right.
they
They also
working on
have
this.
doors coming off of. They also
Yeah,
got doors coming off of jets
speaking
too.
of
Yeah.
off of planes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Boeing's. Yeah, I'm about to say it said on that thing that they're not the most reliable people for this shit, but they want all this money. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
not wanting Miss Kiki. They just got a new contract, right? Old
Can
man.
But can I ask
Mm,
something? This is something while I was reading. I
What's
just
up?
want to ask this, and it might be a little off fetch. But I remember one time we were talking about something like this.
Hmm.
So I was just asking. I'm gonna ask you, oh man, ally. Was it like is this something that can affect us as American on American
Hey.
soil?
you want to think that it doesn't. I mean, but realistically, I mean, we see Reaper drones flying in the U.S. now.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
Let me just say
even
this
though they're
one thing because
mainly
you had
surveillance.
said one time
Let him
that
finish the point you just
no,
asked.
because I wasn't done saying what I was going to say because at one time he had said that they have this amount of money that they asked
Mhm.
for. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because it was like I forgot what show it was. It was this amount of money that they asked for, and then it's just like they give the secret anyway. Like if this was for us or AI technology in America, we would sell it to somebody else. That's all I wanted to ask. That was the true question. Like, okay, so if we get this, and it's coming from Australia, will we sell that to somebody else just for a profit? And then now it's like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's going to be shared between allies
Right.
and NATO countries and everything. It's Boeing, so whatever design we don't buy, they sell to another country.
Right.
So
I mean,
and
they want to have 10 just for the U.S. I think they just spent, the
mhm.
article said they spent $500 million on 3 more ghost bats. But go ahead, Cuddy.
No, I'm just saying that. But another point is once you get one of these platforms, I mean, they're in constant development. So like they were upgrading the F-16s and F-18, you know, for years until they kind of replaced them with the F-35s, and those have been out for 10 years, and they're still in development. Kind of, they're still dropping out of the sky.
Let me just say this, man. I live in California, man, and they've been testing these self-driven cars operated by AI for the longest, and they still can't get the fucking things right. But you want to put military grade aerial vehicles in the sky and they said that they could carry nuclear payloads
Yes,
five
sir.
times, 7 times stronger than that was dropped on Nagasaki. But here's the other thing about this, man. And Tariq Nasheed had talked about this for a long time. But there's a lot of articles, but they got one short paragraph here about how AI has inherent biases, right?
Yes.
That was the main thing that stuck out to me. And I looked this
Hmm.
up, and it says the algorithms frequently contain these biases due to the lengthy history of racial and gender prejudices, both intentional and unconscious. When biases exist in algorithmic data, AI may replicate these prejudices in its decision making and a mistake known as an algorithmic bias. American Civil Liberties Union had an article in 2021 how artificial intelligence can deepen racial and economic inequities. Harvard Business Review, October 25th, 2019. What do we do about the biases in AI? So, I mean, United Nations University, the dual faces of algorithmic bias, avoidable and unavoidable discrimination. And
So that has
the main people that these programs discriminate against us look like us.
This is why it's on the list.
Come on,
Thank
man.
and that's
you.
why I put my hand up, and that's why I said what I
Damn.
said. Oh man, I leave because it was just like
Take another shot.
that's the one thing that made me scared is because it's just like you can do all this, but then at the same token, is it going to backfire and kick our own asses? You know what I'm saying? That's why I asked that question.
The short answer, Ms. Key, yes. Hell yes. This is why it's on the list. It's this new shit that's coming out again. That's why I made it, made a point to explain. Like, this isn't just some guy in a lab working a remote controlling. This is AI. And to Low Sodium's point, AI don't like black people. It already has a bias on so many different platforms. And now you put it in a drone with nuclear payload. What do you think's gonna happen?
And can I
it's
just
like
say,
Chicago.
For those who don't know,
Compton.
There's so many crimes that's being done in people that look like us, that's with masks on, that are you know what I'm saying, prosthetic, that to have our color, to play us, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the one thing that when I read this article, I was just like, what's it gonna it's not gonna help us, it's gonna fuck us.
But this is my thing too. I'm not about illegal immigration. I've been very vocal about that shit. I think they need to close the border and mass deport motherfuckers. However, what happens when they start flying these fucking things, across the border? You know what I'm saying? And innocent motherfuckers is trying to cross the border illegally, and their children start getting, because it doesn't necessarily have to be a nuclear payload. You can put a couple Gatling guns on that motherfucker.
That's it. And let loose, mind you, AI.
What do they call those? The rods of God, where it's just like tungsten steel that they drop from from space.
Oh, that shit
there's
from
no payload at all.
That shit from G.I. Joe that we thought was fictional.
Oh, no, it's real.
Did you see G.I. Joe?
I probably did, but I don't remember.
I think it was the first or second movie. That was Cobra's big thing. They put a satellite in the sky, and the fucking thing, the way he blackmailed these countries, I think he blew up all of France. And he made all the other countries like pay up all this money, the Cobra Commander. But what they were doing was they were dropping these tungsten rods from orbit. No propulsion, nothing, just a rod in gravity. You know what I'm saying? It's some scary shit out here, man. It really is.
Didn't mean to freak everybody out, but this is on the horizon, man.
This is real.
It's like everything that the military has ends up bleeding down to local police departments.
What'd you say, Cuddy? Repeat. What'd you say,
Cuddy? I said everything that the military has ends up bleeding down to local police departments. I mean, if you look at police departments now, they have Hummers. They got Berettas. You remember when the Beretta got the huge contract from the military? So did LAPD.
Don't forget Cybertrucks are coming.
Wow.
Man,
Cybertrucks for cop cars. But go ahead. Yeah.
But we're seeing a constant militarization of our local police departments, and it's just a matter of time before
somebody getting drones.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, those
Chicago,
robot fucking dogs that they're mounting flamethrowers on, and
yes, the ones that run up, the flamethrower dogs that goes up into the house and just like, okay, you don't want to come out,
wake up,
flame on, wow,
they do have little cops, like cop machines that's like in parks and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all know that, but it's just like they're little apartments with eyes to just ride around and look at stuff. And then what if they
bots?
That? You know what I'm saying? Then who is responsible for actually killing?
That is the question, Miss Kiki. That's why.
Yeah, what was that? Dallas that ended up killing that one guy with the drone.
Micah Johnson with the drone.
Yeah, they put a bomb on a robot.
Well, shit, up here, man, we went up to my wife at a job interview at one of the hospitals, man. I get out the car, I hear somebody following me, talking and shit. I turn around and say, who the fuck is you? It's a robot. Look like R2-D2.
Wow.
Yeah, they got those patrolling the garages.
Yep.
Wow.
They got them patrolling the garages.
It's happening in bigger cities. Like you guys are in like bigger cities. You know what I'm saying? Las Vegas, California. So like people like small fries like myself, you know what I mean? We don't know what that is just yet until it comes. You feel me? So
go ahead. I thought you were not.
No, please go, because I don't know. about it.
No. All I was gonna say was, don't be shocked if this shit turns into the same thing where if you harm a police dog, you've harmed an officer.
Mhm.
Don't think if you harm one of these police drones, they ain't gonna be like, oh, you just took out an officer.
Wow.
Oh,
I didn't
please
You
even
believe
harmed
that.
Officer D2. Go
And we're gonna
ahead.
get 30 mil even when you get out of jail. We're gonna
Right.
garnish your,
Oh,
your
wow.
pay. We're gonna garnish. We're gonna repo that house. All that when you're trying to rebuild your life after you do the
Wow.
time. So yeah,
Wow.
that's how that's gonna go.
That's sad.
It's a strange new world coming out.
It is. And
Oh
and
man.
and I'm gonna say this again. Motherfuckers don't know because they're not even focused on what's happening. They are so focused on the baby oil that motherfucking P. Diddy got. You know
You
what
worried
I'm
about
Yeah.
Diddy. You
And
need to
that's
be worried about this drone.
around social
Yeah.
media. I mean, around election time, it's always something to divert you. Whether it's a cop killing somebody, like motherfucker, like wake the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And then
Mhm.
at the end of the day, I'm not for to tell nobody what to fucking go for or who to vote for. But at the same token, wake the fuck up because Democrats has always been shoved down a black person's vote. So just wake the fuck up and see what's what. Because at the end of the day, I'm sorry. Like Trump may be who the fuck he is, but Trump is gonna tell you the motherfucking truth, and but you rather be lied to. And that's that.
All right. That was her soapbox. We good?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Trump 2024.
Like a motherfucker.
Don't do that.
folks are probably scratching their heads like, how they get there? What
You know what? Let me say
the
this
fuck
because
they
the
talking about?
trucking game was thriving when he was in motherfucking office, and now we on motherfucking strike. I bet you when we get back in, it'd be like how it was. That's an
you-
$8 billion industry, but the motherfuckers that's
What's
running
that?
back and forth.
What's that?
Are you
Man?
including the COVID year? Or?
No,
It
I
Right,
just
we
don't
were-
even
you
matter. Like
you
the
said
truck
trucking?
guy- yeah,
Yeah, she
transportation.
talking about the
It's an $8
the
billion
ports.
industry, but
The
somehow when
ports
he
are on strike.
No, she's talking about just trucking. Remember, not too long ago, the truckers got fucked over under this administration.
was
Yellow.
3
Yellow.
p.m. 3 p.m.
Yellow.
Kiki for vice president. There you go. Yeah, yellow got fucked over under this administration, and now we got shit. The ports here, Houston, and on the East Coast, they all striking and shit, costing
The
the country
Gulf.
$4 billion a day.
Down
I'm
in
gonna
the
tell you
Gulf
like
and
this,
the East
all
Coast.
truckers, watch yourself because it's people just that passionate. They out there slashing y'all tires so y'all can fucking finally stop and motherfucking make a difference. Because if all trucks stop, no matter who you is, your company driver, your owner operator, they doing it on the ports. If it all stop, you get better shit. You got motherfuckers coming over in this country that's working for less because they're not worth what the fuck we know what the trucking game is, and y'all allowing these motherfuckers to do that. So come on, like, man,
Okay.
that's
Oh,
all I
man.
want to say. Because when I get my own truck, I'm not trying to fucking hear dumb shit. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. It just, when it comes to illegal immigration, if they would just treat illegal immigrants the same way they treat drug money, if these companies would lose their business, if they would lose, if they had something to lose, then, you wouldn't see so many illegal immigrants getting jobs.
Period.
I'm just gonna say this,
Start
man.
snatching these farms.
Everybody, you got these people that's not seeing the play here, and the play to me, and you guys could tell me if I'm wrong, is everybody say, oh, the free market, and we don't want to be under government control. Man, look, it's quid pro quo between the government and these corporations, man. They scratching each other's back. It's
That's the biggest play.
two
That
leaves on
is
the same
biggest
branch.
play. You think
Yep.
they enemies?
Yeah.
No, motherfucker, they backdooring everybody. They sitting there like, hey man, I know I went out in front of the cameras and I said this, that, and that, but I got you on the back end.
Man, look,
That's how it works. That's how it works.
The government, corporations, Hollywood, social media, all that shit is just leaves on the same fucking branch.
That's it.
And can I say just one more thing and then we can move on? Here's the thing about the government people, whether you're black, white, Chinese, or whoever the fuck you are as a fucking citizen. The government is for us to protect and serve. And that's what the fuck they don't want y'all to fucking know. If we come together as a collective, as people, we can change shit. That's how the fuck you change the legislative, judicial, all that shit. That's how the fuck you change it, because they're for us. They are for nobody else.
New
But they
name.
are capitalizing on us because y'all don't know y'all motherfucking rights, and they taught y'all that in school.
No, it's not that people don't.
So you can forget about it in the next, in high school, in the next motherfucking grades. But I'm gonna tell you like this: it's for if we
It's not that
stand
people
together,
don't know the rights. They just
fucking
stepping on it.
override every motherfucking thing. All the motherfucking shit that you watch on TV. If we was to come together and actually say this is what the fuck we want, y'all can get it. But y'all don't even know that, and they taught it to you. That's the fuck.
There you go. There you go. What you got, Cuddy?
It's I back the strike. If it wasn't for labor unions, then we wouldn't have competitive wages in this country. They would be worse than they are now, and that's exactly what we're seeing. Is that these people aren't getting paid what they're worth, and they're kind of stopping everything up. It's the way it should be.
Did you all happen to see the interview with the I think he's the head of the labor union for the ports?
Yeah, how much he get paid?
Well, he was saying that Biden called him talking about, hey, I just secured $300 million to build that new bridge. He was like, well, what about my guys, man? You got guys that were hurt, and their families need to be, well, I got this money for the bridge. He was like, yeah, but how are their families going to eat? Well, I'll see what I could do. And he said, if you know anything about politicians, if they say we'll see what we can do,
that's a fuck you.
That's the fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice interview. You gotta check that, man. So, what we got next?
All right.
Can I say one more thing, and then we can move on? Play promise, because
Sure.
now that the motherfucking I don't know if y'all know about 40 or 26, where you get into North Carolina or you get into goddamn North Carolina and Tennessee. That shit is motherfucking demolished now. So
yeah.
Let's think, y'all.
Yeah.
Let's think, truck drivers. Okay,
right.
I'm done.
All right.
Speaking of
Lino
illegal.
Moreno.